We are finally here. At what feels like the end of an era, we are getting the final Smash DLC in just a couple of days. By which I mean literally tomorrow. Guys, I've been away from this channel for too long, but I have a lot of thoughts on Smash Bros. That I've been having while I've been working over on my Smash Bracket series on the other channel that I want to tell you about here. We're getting the final Smash DLC character, and I keep saying it, I just can't totally wrap my head around it. I've been predicting who's going to be in the final roster since before I even started this channel. And now that it's finally here, I find myself second guessing all of these guesses that I was so sure about before. If you've been following me for a while, then you'll know that my most wanted character is Impa from The Legend of Zelda, and my most suspected character for a while has been Crash Bandicoot. But if Nintendo or Dwight Schrute have taught me anything, it's that the DLC is never going to be who you most suspect, but it's also never going to be who you least suspect. So today, I want to invite you to join me as we look through the characters that we most medium suspect to be DLC, which in turn will then make them my most suspected. It makes sense, I promise. Anyway, let's get into it with my number one most medium suspected character, which is Agumon from Digimon. Now, Agumon isn't a character that I'd suspect the most. His status as a video game character is a little bit ambiguous. He did technically make his first appearance on a video game console as far as I'm aware, but his popularity largely came from the anime that followed. But then again, whether or not Sakurai is going to be super strict on making sure the character starts from a video game and is only from a video game has always been a little bit ambiguous. There was a time in the early 2000s where it really seemed like Digimon could be the next big thing. I remember thinking that it was likely on par with Pokemon, and whether or not I was accurate in my musings as a young child, I would definitely pop off for a pick from the Digimon universe. But I don't know, it's hard to know, like how likely is a character that I don't really suspect? Are they more likely than characters that I really truly think are coming who generally haven't been coming? I don't know, I'm way in my own head on this. So let's get into my next pick, Dr. Eggman. Now, this one has really grown on me over the years. If you go back and watch my older videos, then you'll know that I've never really been a fan of Dr. Eggman making it into Smash. I've just had a hard time picturing how he would work. But as a lifelong fan of the Sonic franchise and someone who wants to see more villains in Smash, I pretty medium suspect Dr. Eggman to get into the game. We've seen with characters like Sephiroth that they're not afraid to pull a DLC from a pre-existing game that's already in Super Smash Bros., and Sonic seems like a franchise that's due for another character. And the issue with Sonic is that there's a billion different characters that they could pull from, and all of them have their own fan following. I could see Shadow the Hedgehog, I could see Knuckles, I could see Tails, I couldn't see a Chow mech suit. But maybe now that's who we're gonna get, because I don't suspect it. I don't know, I'm in my own head. But anyway, getting a villain in the form of Dr. Eggman is something that I guess I could see coming. This brings me into another character I've been thinking about. We know that Nintendo likes adding characters from fighting games, and we've seen established before that they're not particularly concerned with oversaturating genres in Smash. And so I've been thinking through characters who originate from fighting games that I could see getting into Smash. Originally, I was thinking of Scorpion or Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, but the issue with those characters is that it makes way too much sense for Nintendo. And so I'm going to tone my expectations back a bit and go for something a little bit more off the wall but still popular. I could see it as entirely possible that we get Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear. I think that Guilty Gear is popular enough that it would still generate some hype, but still niche enough that Nintendo would think it would generate way more hype than it actually would, and we'd have a somewhat lackluster final pick, which is totally on brand for Nintendo. But the biggest reason that I would want a Guilty Gear representative in Smash is the music, plain and simple. Although if we're being totally honest, my number one Guilty Gear pick to get into the game wouldn't be Soul Bad Guy, it would be everybody's favorite character, Gold Lewis Dickinson. Anyway, now let's get on to a character that I've heard a lot of people talking about for a good while, which is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Sora has been widely speculated since before the game even came out. In fact, I've heard people speculating Sora since the days of Smash 4. There have been some rumors going around about Nintendo seeking out the rights to Disney music to get into Smash, and while I can't say anything to the veracity of those rumors or whether or not there's something that we can rely on, it does make sense that we could get Sora. But that's the issue, is here I'm getting into my own head again. Sora makes way too much sense for Nintendo. We're gonna get, I don't know, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is gonna be the final DLC. I'm calling it right here and now. because this is the issue that I've had with Nintendo in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for its entire lifetime, is Nintendo's like, hey, look at this thing I've got under this box. It's a character, and I bet you think it's gonna make a lot of sense, something you can all predict, and then they pull the box up and it's someone we had no idea about and none of us ever talked about, but still makes sense on some level. And right now, for me, Sora makes too much sense to be in that box. It's too cool of a thing for Nintendo to do for them to actually do it. So if the Disney music rumors are true, maybe we're getting Mickey Mouse. I don't know, maybe we're getting Gaston. And this internal struggle that I've been having is finally coming to an end with the end of this DLC, and it's so bittersweet. Looking back on this channel's catalog, I just slowly see my descent into madness. It started with Sephiroth, where I really thought I had a good grip on a character that I could see getting into the game, and then I just slowly lost more and more steam. Anyway, let's get back to my list video. Now, I think that's something that would make a lot of sense for Nintendo and would be pretty on brand for them to do, is to add a first-party character. We've seen a couple of first-party characters so far in the form of Min Min and Byleth, and I guess, see them going with another first-party character. There's a couple picks, like maybe they're gonna add Porky to Smash and confirm Mother 4 finally coming, or maybe Mother 3. I would take either of those. Or maybe they'll finally give in and add Waluigi to Smash. Waluigi's a character I've talked about for years on my channel. In fact, it was the very first video that I ever made. But honestly, guys, as I go through this list, as I go through these characters that I medium suspect to get into Smash, I'm reminded more and more about how Nintendo has done making this DLC pass. They've somehow managed to find a balance of characters who none of us really suspect and none of us are really talking about, but still excite the heck out of us, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most. And as we come to a close of the Smash Bros. Ultimate speculation scene, I really couldn't be happier despite all of this ambiguity. I think the idea of going into this final DLC prediction with no idea who the character is going to be is so exciting. And to me, it really shows that for all the crap that I give Nintendo, they've still done a pretty good job at balancing expectations and still managing hype. But anyway, those are just my thoughts as I've slowly descended into madness. Let me know who you all think is going to be the final DLC character, and if you have a reason for it. I'm kind of at the point right now where I think that speculation is somewhat meaningless, to the point that Nintendo just pulls something out of their butt that makes no sense, that no one can really predict, but they do it and we all love it. So I'm really curious who you all think is getting into Smash. Anyway, that's my video. Those are my predictions. For the next couple of seconds, real fast, I want to give an update to this channel because I haven't been able to post for a while. I've been posting over on my other channel, Smash Bracket, and working about 80 hours a week on that for months. I've really loved my time over there, but I don't want to totally neglect this channel, and the reason that I haven't posted lately is because I want things that I post on this channel to still be high quality, good content. I don't want to just rush something out in between Smash Bracket videos. And now that Smash speculation is coming to a close, I really don't know what that's going to look like. I might do more of that Rise Of series that I've had success with before, because I really enjoy it, but it takes more time than I think I'm able to give right now. I've also considered doing deep dives into other games. So for right now, just consider InkThinks a bit of my personal channel, where I'm going to post what I'm passionate about and what I feel like talking about as it relates to Smash Bros. And characters from Smash Bros. And in the meantime, if you want to see what I've been up to, go check out my Smash Bracket channel. I'm going to put it in the end screen right now. Thank you all so much for the support, and I'll see you tomorrow. Stay smashing.